Welcome back, baseball fans. This video is eliminating the Milwaukee Brewers. And believe it or not, it wasn't easy. Because in the last series, Milwaukee needed to beat the White Sox 6 out of 7. They lost game 1. And unbelievably, they won 5 straight games. And even Don Sutton got his first win. He was 0-7 before that. They took it all the way to a game 7 against the White Sox, and they lost 7-3. So it was a valiant fight, but nonetheless, the stats don't look very good at all. 10-22. Ken Sanders, the All-Star, 3-0 with 4 saves. And if you look at guys like Robin Yount, hit 213. Tim Raines was brought in as a free agent with 1 year left, hit 261. There's nothing there to hang your hat on for Milwaukee. So now we'll look at the Milwaukee Brewer stat and see who's leaving and who's coming. So Bobalchenko will be gone. Gellner, O'Donohue, Sanders stick around. Bob McClure will be gone. Sutton. Brabender sticks around with Parsons. Comer. Roof. Savage. James is gone. Raines is gone. Tommy Harper still there with Mincher. Yount is gone. Wallach's gone. McNertney, Hegan, Ogilvy. And that's it. So for these 8 Milwaukee Brewers who are gone, it's only going to get worse because, we're still in the early 70s where the Seattle Pilots and Milwaukee Brewers were just forming. But if any of these 8 guys were still around in 1972, they could have their card renewed and continued. Ben Ogilvy? No. Wallach? No. Yount? Mm-mm. Raines? Nope. James Dion? Nope. Don Sutton. Okay. We know Don Sutton pitched in the late 60s, early 70s, so he is an asset at this point. The Brewers have the rights to the Don Sutton in next year, so they either trade him to the Dodgers or they keep him. They might just trade him to the Dodgers and get a bunch of assets in return since they're an expansion team. But this one player, this is the first card we've seen who was around in 1972. So that's going to be a value for Milwaukee in a trade. Bob McClure, no. And Alchenko, no. So one of those 8 is movable. The other 7 get retired. And so this is the remaining 12 that Milwaukee has to build their franchise around. And it's going to be mostly offense here. 7 and 5. 7 hitters and 5 pitchers. Okay. They got kind of a logjam at catcher and first base. They got McNertney and Roof catching. 2 left-handed hitting first basemen. That's not what you're aiming for. Mike Hegan and Don Mincher. I guess you have to put Mincher at DH, and now you kind of have a log jam there. You're all locked up right there. Rest of the team, you have 2 outfielders, Savage and Comer, and you have the versatile Tommy Harper. This is his big year, 1970, where he hit 31 home runs, and he's an ace stealer, and he can play all over the place. So that's very useful for this team. So I would put him in the infield at second or third. And then for pitching, Sutton's a big loss, but Bill Parsons will become the ace. Brabender went on the rotation. So you have 2 guys who can pitch on the rotation for Milwaukee. John O'Donohue, a lefty in the bullpen. They're all-star Sanders. And that's about it. So the Brewers can add just about everywhere to this roster other than catcher and first base. It's the only places you don't want to add. But you could add anywhere else. Let's take a look at the what their options can be. Okay, here's the 72 Milwaukee Brewers card. They were 12th in attendance in the American League. So, 69, 70, 71, 72, you're probably not going to get out of last place in this league. But let's see what type of players they can add. Their top player was George Scott. Unfortunately, he's still with the Red Sox, so they got to pry him away with a trade. Ellie Rodriguez is in the league. I don't know which team he's on. John Briggs Briggs they could get in the outfield. They get 266 with 21 home runs. He's available. Lonborg, he would be available too. Wow, 14 and 12 with a 283 in 223 innings. That would be a nice pick. Shame he's not left-handed though. They need a left-handed starter if they can get one. Moving on, Dave May. Oh, there's a left-handed outfielder. Didn't hit very well. And the WAR you see is starting to go down. Ollie Brown is still in the Padres. LaHood, not much here. Jerry Bell. Let's go back now to 71. 71, we know about Sanders. Briggs again. Is this year better? Dave May and Briggs would be good picks. We just got to figure out which is their best years. Dave May's OPS is 769 this year. John Briggs, though, his OPS is 845. Unfortunately, he can only play first base. We talked about how that is clogged up with Mike Hegan and Mincher. So if they're going to bring on Briggs, they got to make a deal. Move him out of there. Marty Patton, that'd be an interesting pick. Again, a right-handed pitcher, we need a lefty. Patton at a 3.13 ERA. They didn't even use a left-handed starting pitcher that year. Let's go back to 1970, the first year in Milwaukee. And there's Tommy Harper, who's already on the team. And Marty Patton, who is, I believe he's already on, yeah, he's on Kansas City here. Sanders, Hegan, Skip Lockwood, that's interesting. Lockwood, a young Skip Lockwood, I believe. I don't even see his stats here. Must be missing it. Oh, there he is. Not very good. 4.30 ERA. Yeah, statistically, these guys aren't very good either. So Tommy Harper is their best guy, and it kind of falls off after that. And then you go back from that, you go back to the Seattle Pilots of 1969 and see if any of these guys are still available. Comer's already on the team. Hegan is. Segui's elsewhere. Mincher's on the team. Greg Goosen, I don't think they may not have made his card. I'm pretty sure Strat-O-Matic didn't make this Greg Goosen card, a 309 with 10 homers and 157 plate appearances. Well, that's hugely disappointing because that would have been an outstanding card to use for an expansion team. I guess they figured if you make a Greg Goosen card, they'll win 3 or 4 more games, and you can't have that if you're an expansion team. Bob Locker is with Oakland, and O'Donohue and McNerney are already with Seattle. So it's going to be a tough road for Milwaukee to get better. Oddly enough, you saw Robin Yount's card get retired. They may have to wait until Robin Yount's rookie year, which will be in 1974-75, before the Brewers show any sign of improvement. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll check again next time.